Hello and welcome, my dear students. Today we are going to talk about the first topic of IGCSE, characteristics and classification of living organisms. In this unit, the first topic we are going to differentiate between living organisms from non-living organisms. Let's take a few minutes to think on the question below. How do we decide if something is living or non-living? As we know that all living organisms, they are made up of cells. In the given picture, we can easily differentiate between living and non-living organisms. For example, if you can see that this seed germination, it turns into a plant. The plant are made up of plant cells. So plant cells is an example of living organism. Similarly, here you can see this boy, it is made up of animal cells. So cells are an example of living organisms. There are 7 characteristics of living things which can be known as MRS GREN or Mrs. GREN. So let's see what these abbreviations are basically made up of. M stands for movement. All living organisms, they can move. R stands for respiration. All living organisms can respire. S stands for sensitivity. All organisms, they can sense in their surrounding the changes which are going on. G stands for growth. R stands for reproduction. E stands for excretion. And N stands for nutrition. These are the 7 characteristics which are present in all living organisms. Why viruses are not considered as living organisms? Viruses are not considered as living organisms because they are not showing any of these 7 characteristics. So that's why they are not considered as living organisms. In the given picture, we can identify all these 7 characteristics of living organism. Let's see. What should be point number 1? Yes, it is growth. All organisms become small and get larger by the growth of their cells and by adding new cells to their bodies. Let's see which characteristic is shown by point number 2. Movement. All organisms are able to move to some extent. Most animals can move their whole body from place to place, and plants can slowly move parts of themselves. Let's see what is in the point number 3. Sensitivity. All organisms pick up information about changes in their environment and react to the changes. Point number 4. Excretion. All organisms produce unwanted or toxic waste products as a result of their metabolic reactions, and these must be removed from the body. Point number 5 shows reproduction. Organisms are able to make new organisms of the same species as themselves. Point number 6 shows nutrition. Organisms take substances from their environment and use them to provide energy or materials to make their new cells. Point number 7 shows respiration. All organisms break down glucose and other substances inside their cells to release energy that they can use. Now, in the given pictures, you can easily identify the characteristic of living organism. For example, in the Venus fly trap, you can see that this fly is about to be caught in a trap. The plant will digest the fly and absorb the nutrients from it. So, 2 characteristics we can easily observe in this picture. One is sensitivity and the other one is nutrition. On the other side, if you will see pufferfish, when a pufferfish detects a threat, it swallows water and inflates, puffs up its spiny body so that predators cannot easily eat it. It is also an example of sensitivity. Now let's check if we can apply the names of the characteristics to some real life situations. Can you identify which characteristic is shown by this image? Yes, you are correct. It is growth. Let's have a look on the other image? Yes. Which characteristic is shown by this image? It is sensitivity. In this image, we can identify another characteristic, which is reproduction. In this picture, we can easily identify that it is a characteristic of nutrition. And in the last image, we can identify another characteristic of living organism, and that is respiration. So this is all about the 7 characteristics of living organisms. Kindly memorize them. And if you want to see some more videos, kindly please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.